Hi, I'm Allie. Thank you for being here. In today's video, we're going to be talking about emotional freedom technique, otherwise known as EFT or tapping. You may have heard somebody talk about EFT and wondered what that was, or you may have heard someone say emotional freedom technique. What is that? That's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. Now, I have used EFT on myself and had wonderful results, amazing results. There are EFT practitioners, and if you were going to deal with, if your issue that you needed help with was a big emotional issue or trauma, a life trauma that's very deep and heavy, I would suggest that you use a therapist to help you walk you through that, because they're trained in what to do if you should start to spiral downward emotionally. They know how to bring you back up and settle you out, even you out, balance, and you leave feeling good. Okay. But if your issue is, now I've used it for pain, back pain. I've used it for severe leg cramps. I've used it for other types of pain, which I'm going to get into because I'm going to share with you my experience. And like I said, I had amazing results. Before I share that with you, we'll talk about what EFT is. As you know, we have meridians that run through our body. Now, the conventional medical world they don't know that. They're not taught it. They're energetic lines that run through our body. It's a natural thing. Chinese medicine, more aware. Eastern medicine is more in tune with that sort of thing. But the Western medicine the Western doctors and all that are not taught that. Okay, so you have meridian lines, meridian points that go through your body, and sometimes they get blocked. Sometimes a trauma or an emotional problem, or even if you're having pain, is your body's way, even though there's a physical aspect to it, a lot of times there is also an emotional aspect to it that you may not be immediately aware of, but tapping helps to bring it up. And as you tap on that, you just continue. You have a startup statement. You tap through different points, and as you're going, things may come up. Memories may surface, an emotion may surface, a thought may surface, and you just go with it and you tap on that, and before you know it, a lot of times, voila, it's gone. Okay, you've touched on it, you've released it. You released it by using EFT. Amazing. Okay, I'll share with you my experience. Well, like I said, one time I had some back pain, lower back pain, and it didn't seem to be going away, and so I thought, let's tap. So I started tapping, and probably about 4 or 5 rounds in, I noticed that the pain was gone. Another time, I was awakened by a severe leg cramp. Now, I've had leg cramps on and off, and I'm sure some of you have too. On and off almost my whole adult life. And as you know, leg cramps can be caused by dehydration, a mineral deficiency such as magnesium, calcium, potassium. Muscle cramps can also be caused by an excess of potassium. Things like this. But then sometimes there's also, in addition to that, there's an emotional component. So one night I was awakened with a severe cramp, one of the worst I've ever had. And it was deep. Not only muscle, it felt like in the bone, in the ligaments, and it was, it was excruciating. and I'm tapping feverishly. I mean, I'll get up, I'll drink water, I'll maybe drink some orange juice for potassium if I think it may be that. I'll take some magnesium or whatever. But this time I just started tapping. And I was amazed. I've had a lot of experience with leg cramps, so I know about how long the duration is generally, but this one just went. And I was left with my mouth hanging open, and I was just so surprised, pleasantly surprised, mind you. So, and there was another time when I had pain, and I didn't know why. It was unexplained pain. Left side of my head, left side of my throat. Not the right side, just the left side. Left side of my breast, left side of my hip, left side of my knee. And I noticed that it's all on the left side. Why is that? And I happened to be home at the time, and I was getting ready to go out. So I had a little bit of time. I thought, well, I'm going to tap. And I looked, before I did that, I said, why a left side? And I looked online and to find out what side of the body coincides with what. Because, we have your right hemisphere of your brain, your left hemisphere of your brain, left side. And I refreshed my memory on the fact that the left side is female, the right side is male. The left side can be an issue with, if you're having issues on your left side, it can be because of issues with a female. It could be a mother, could be a daughter, could be another relative. It could be your female ancestral line. It could be somebody that's passed that there was an issue with, or whatever, female. It can even be a coworker. It can be a friend. If you have an issue with a female that's either ongoing in the back of your mind or an unresolved issue or something like that, the left side is the male. Okay, male side, male ancestral line, a male friend, father, son, etc. You get the idea. Okay, so this was left, so it meant female. I just started tapping. And as I started tapping, memories started to surface that I had forgotten about. When that happens, you just tap, you talk through it. And then you get to the point where you release it. If there's forgiveness, you forgive, you state it, you forgive, and then you release it, and you're done. And usually you do like 3 rounds of tapping, gauge yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 how you're doing, and then you continue on. You want to bring it down, like if you're feeling it, like the 1 is like the best you felt in this area, 10 is like the absolute worst. Say your first gauge is a 5. Your goal is to bring it down to a 2 or a 1, something like that. You want to bring it down. So I had even forgot to even gauge myself. Didn't matter. 3 rounds of tapping, and it was gone. I was, wow, I was really surprised. Pleasantly again. So I'll give you a brief, let's go over the tapping points. You always start off with a startup statement. The startup statement goes something like, even though, let's just take an issue. Okay, let's just say you have a sore back. We'll just use that. Okay? And you start with the karate point chop. This is side of the hand here. You take your other hand, 4 fingers, 3 fingers, 4 fingers, doesn't matter. And you don't want to bang, and you don't want to go too soft. It's a medium tap. Okay? And the startup statement would be, even though I have this back pain, I absolutely and completely love and accept myself. Okay? So you want to let your self know, you're letting your body know, you're letting your highest self know, you're letting your cells know, your system know that you love yourself. You can say that any way you want, okay? Even though I have this back pain, I completely love and accept myself, okay? Now, that's the first point. The second point is the corner of the eye, above your eye, your eyebrow, right there above, like the eyebrow or the corner, over there on the inside of your eye. And then the next point is on the outside of the eye. The next point is under the eye. The next point is under the nose, 2 fingers. The next point is under the lower lip, above the chin, right in that spot, on the chin. The next point, collarbone. And some people do both. I mean, once they do that, because you can't do both sides of your hand, of course, but they, both hands, but after they do that, sometimes they'll do both points. I mean, both sides at the same time. Okay, and then the next point after the collarbone is under the arm. Ladies, it's about where your bra strap would sit. Men, you can gauge that. Okay, it's under the arm, and then on the top of the head. Usually at the top, after the top of the head, you take a deep breath and you gauge yourself to see where you are compared to where you were when you started. Okay, now I'll give you, we'll run through that with the first round. Okay, even though I have this lower back pain, I absolutely and completely love and accept myself. I usually close my eyes because it helps me to stay focused. Okay, even though, and I'll do that, you do your startup statement about 3 times. Even though I have this lower back pain, I absolutely and completely love and accept myself. Even though I have this back pain and it hurts, I love and accept myself. This back pain, and you just start talking just the back pain, this lower back pain on the right side. I have this lower back pain. I have this back pain, I don't know why. This back pain. This back pain. Right side, I don't understand where it came from. This back pain. This back pain. Now when you continue, you don't have to stop right then after 1 round and gauge, and you don't have to do the startup statement again. Okay? So you can go, then you're going to start. This back pain, I'm not sure where it came from. I'd like to know. This back pain doesn't feel very nice. It's inhibiting me from doing what I want to do. It's affecting my life. I'm ready to find out what it is and release it. I want to release it. I want to release this back pain. This back pain. Where did it come from? Did I pick up something heavy? Is there a problem in my ancestral line? Is there a problem with a person? Is there a trauma? And at this point, and now of course, when you start practicing doing this, things will come up. They will come up. You'll start remembering, or you'll have a thought. Go with the thought. Don't second guess yourself. Talk it out. It can be anything. It doesn't matter. That's your body's way of letting you know why there's a blockage or why there's pain, and then once you start talking it out and tapping, then you can say, if it's something that, you need to forgive someone, or someone's done something to you in the past, you can start, I choose to forgive. I forgive this person. We're all on a journey. We're all learning. We're all learning. And I choose right now to forgive this person. I choose right now to forgive and love this person. Doesn't mean you have to be with them. It was, you know what I'm saying? You discern, I forgive. Right now, I forgive. I forgive this person. And I'm ready to release it. I choose right now to release this back pain. And do that, and then see what happens. A lot of times you'll be surprised. And some people will use it for a weight loss. Or if you want to research more into this, look up Nick Ortner. Nick, N-I-C-K, Ortner, O-R-T-N-E-R, and the tapping solution. They have books, they have videos, they have an app. There's all sorts of videos on YouTube, and you'll see. You'll actually see, like, when he has done conferences and there have been people up on stage and they tapped on a particular thing, and then they were amazed at the results. Now, there are other points, other practitioners, and because the tapping solution, that's just one business or organization. There are others, and there are other tapping points, meridian points, alongside of your nail bed. Some of them go, into the nail bed. There are other points, but what I showed you are the main ones, the basic ones that Nick Ortner uses, and that's seeing that he was the first tapping practitioner that I became aware of and was following. That's what I do when I use it. Yeah, so it's pretty awesome. I think you'll find. Yeah, I love it. But go look at Nick Ortner, Tapping Solution. Like that's what I was getting ready to say. His sister does one on weight loss. She lost weight, and you say, okay, well, yeah, but you have to eat right. Yeah, of course, you have to watch your diet. You have to watch your exercise. Things like this. But sometimes our weight issues and issues like that are emotional. Why do we overeat? Why? What happened in our life? Or was it something that happened? Was it something that we're just we have a certain fault, or something that a characteristic that needs to be worked on and healed, and all these things. And she's done great herself personally, and there have been probably thousands, hundreds of thousands, I don't know how many people that have followed her, read her book, and did use tapping to help them with weight loss. So you see, there are other tools, other things that we can put in our arsenal to help us, instead of running to a doctor and getting on pills. And I'm not saying, I know there's a place for all of that, okay? There is a place for all of that, but if you can heal yourself and take care of some issues by not having to go to a doctor, wouldn't that be much better? Or not having to sit in a psychiatrist or a psychologist's office. Sometimes you can do it on your own. With you, the universe of the divine, your spirit guides, your internal intelligence. And I think that is what this is more about than anything, is your internal intelligence, okay? Our bodies are intelligent. We have these meridian lines that run through us for health, energetic lines, and just to be able to know something simple like this that will help, I think it's fascinating. It's fascinating. It's amazing. Go on YouTube, look at those videos, watch the testimonials. I think you'll enjoy it. I'm going to wrap it up for now. Thank you so much, and hope you have a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. And I'm Allie, and I'm sending you much love. Bye for now. Until the next time.